sitting here at the Kosel with a new location, a new camera, new microphone. I hope this is going to improve things. I want to reveal today a very startling idea about Mashiach and about what Chazal teach us. There won't be any converts when Mashiach comes, the times of Mashiach. And on one level we can understand this, that there will be a mass, en masse, as much as Israel is getting bashed today, as much as Jews are getting bashed today. When people come to the understanding of truth, the revelation, which the Gemara in Sanhedrin explains, is going to be like an overpowering light. It's going to be so clear that the Jewish people are correct, and there will be en masse people trying to convert to Klal Yisrael, and therefore we won't be able to accept Jews because it'll just be everybody. To become a Jew, to become a convert, it has to be coming from someone's pure desire to join the Jewish people. And in fact, the Gemara in Yevamah says that we push people away. We try to convince them not to become converts, how difficult it is, because we only want people to convert for the right reason. And there are very, very righteous converts. I know a number of them, especially women, who convert because they see the truth in the Jewish religion. That's an amazing thing. But when Moshiach comes, it's just going to be too much clarity. That's a simple reason. There's a deeper reason, which the Zohar, Tuni Zohar, reveals, that the neshama of a ger is different than the neshama of other Jews. The neshama of a Jew comes from a place called Bria. It's the interface between the highest world of Atzilus and Bria, the Kisei HaKavod, and that's where neshamas of Jews are taken from. The neshama of a ger comes from what's called Kali Noga, and it's the interface between Kedusha and Tumah. And that's why the avodah of a ger is extremely complicated, because they're on the saf, they're on the interface of tremendous Kedusha and tremendous impurity. And they must make a break, as it were, from that impurity and come to Kedusha. And those who do it sincerely can reach the highest levels. The Gemara tells us, Koshem Gerim Yisrael Kesapachas. Gerim, converts, are difficult for the Jewish people, like Sapachas, which is a type of plague. And some learn that means because they can easily divert, because they have such a difficult test that they're on the interface between tremendous holiness and tremendous tumah. They can easily go off. But some learn just the opposites, that they're difficult for the Jewish people because they put us to shame. And I know many converts like that. They put Jews to shame because they're just so passionate about their avodas Hashem. So you would think that it wouldn't be such a bad thing to take converts in the time of Mashiach. We just have to know which ones are sincere and which ones are not. We need a board of, we need a board of, to decide. But the Zohar reveals something much deeper, is that since the neshama of these converts comes from this place of Kali Noga, there will be no more Kali Noga when Mashiach comes. All impurity will be destroyed. There will not be an iota of impurity in the world. It's hard for us to believe. When we look around today, there's so much of it. And even as I sit here at the Kosel, I can smell a strong scent of marijuana that fills the air. You would think here, maybe not, but yes. And there's a lot of impurity in the world today. The world is filled with it, but at the same time it's filled with Kedusha. And that avoda, as it were, the avoda of fighting the tumah, of dealing with the tumah, of confronting the tumah head on and saying no, that won't exist anymore. There will be no more free choice. It is interesting to note there'll still be mechitzas because people will be used to following after the tumah. It becomes habitual. But in truth, the tumah will no longer exist and will be gone. And therefore, that avoda of transcending the Kali Noga, of transcending, getting the Kedusha to transcend the Tumah, will not be relevant anymore. My friends, we're on the Saf. We are on the interface of very, very special times. Last Shabbos, we read in the Haftarah about Achishena, about speeding up the Gula. It's in our hands. We could do it. We could speed up the Gula. And Rav Gershon Edelstein gave me a mission, and I have not fulfilled it as I meant to, but I always try. And I told someone about this mission just not long ago, as I tell people often. The mission is that as we come closer to the Geula, we must realize nobody ever does anything bad to me. Somebody called me up and told me how difficult their spouse is. And I told him, wow, you are the 787th person to call me this month about this, men and women. And we're going through difficult times. Many people have psychological diagnoses, personality disorders, other problems, sickness, health, many, many issues today. And one thing you have to know, if you're in such a situation, is that it has nothing to do with the other person. It's all a test from Hashem. Hashem is testing us. These are the final tests before the Geula comes. The final tests before Tumah is eradicated from the world, and the Tumah is very, very strong. It's making a major fight. It's trying to destroy marriages, homes, children. I heard a Shaila that last week. I can't even repeat it. It's just so bad. What's happening in the world, the level of Tumah, right? Dealing with perverted marital situations. And this is as Rav Sternbach always says from the Zohar, this is the final kick of the Sitra Acher. It's the final kick as we enter the last period of Chevli Mashiach, as it gets closer and closer. Kedut, the Tumah, is making its final kick to try to validate its existence and tell us that really it's in control. But it's all a bluff. It has no control. And if you're in one of these very difficult relationships with somebody who's making your life crazy, then you should know that it has nothing to do with that person. It's an assignment from above. It's a test. And it's a Sitra Acher being given free reign as it was, just like he was given free reign by Eov. And we have to know our job in these situations is just to be strong, to hold on tight, and to know that we're very, very close to the Geula. When I mean very close, I mean like this. Really, really close. The Sternbach said a few months ago, the avoda right now is just to hold on. The person who called me this morning said, it's just completely unbearable. It's an impossible situation. I told him, you know what? It's possible. You know how I know? Because Hashem gave you that nisoyin. Any nisoyin that Hashem gives you is possible. Because there's only one test which is impossible, and that's Eishes Yaf's Torah. The Torah testifies that you can't stand up to it, so therefore it gives an opening. Every other test you can deal with. So my friends, let's be strong. Let's strengthen each other. Let's daven to Hashem to help us even in impossible situations. Let's strengthen Gerim. Anybody who's a convert, give them special love, attention, kindness, because their tests are extremely hard. Their neshama comes from Kali Noga, and they're on the Saf interface between Kedusha and Tumah. We're going through hard times now, but the good news is that Hashem wants to help you, and He will help you. If your situation is impossible, realize that it's not. If you turn to Hashem, He will give you 100% assistance in everything you do. We should see great Siyata Shmaya very, very quickly. Amen. Kein Teratzah.